Cory's at the Barrett-Jackson Auto Auction. Cory, I've been waiting to see you out there all morning, buddy. So excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. You know, this is one of my favorite months of the whole year. I'm standing right next to John Lennon's Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, he sat right in there. Well, actually on this side. It's a right-hand drive. Nick Cardinale is with us. He's the general manager here at Barrett-Jackson. And again, thanks. We always appreciate all of your insight, and you're so knowledgeable about this huge fleet that you've got. How many cars, by the way, do you think you'll put over the block this year?
Over 1,800 cars this year, Cory. It's a record for us.
Oh my gosh. Well, everyone is beautiful and just in top shape. You know, these owners love their cars, and I love the emotion of this kind of an event. Especially when you're watching on television, you see the owner, you see the buyer, and boy, there's a lot going on between the two. Even though they may not see each other, you can see all the wheels turning.
It's high intensity. We're a no reserve auction, which is really rare. Only 3 cars in the entire auction have a reserve on it. So that means over 1,800 cars are selling here at Barrett-Jackson, and we'll hopefully sell those other 3 as well.
Yeah, I'm sure that you will. Well, we're now inside what you call your salon area, where many of your expected to be highest priced cars will go, and you're still filling up since we're early in the week. This Black Beauty here, and you've got a lot of well, sort of resto mods, as you'd call them. This Corvette that we're looking at, tell me about this one.
So, well, you just pointed out all these resto mods here. Resto mods right now are the hot craze. People like the cars that look old.
Explain that for our viewers, resto mod. What does that mean?
Yeah, the way I say it looks old on the outside, but it's really new on the inside. So power steering, power brakes, beautiful interior, stereo systems, all the stuff you get in a new car, but it looks old on the outside.
Yeah, well, and you've got one of the most iconic right next to this car. We'll see it in a moment. What year Corvette are we looking at here? Very early.
1954 Corvette.
Just the second year. And then next door is probably one of the, I think, my favorite, the 63 Corvette, the split window. But boy, you didn't get tires like that in 63.
No, absolutely not. You look at the dash in there too. It's completely gorgeous, completely custom. But yes, the 63 split window, especially in red. I mean, yeah, it's a very rare car.
So pretty. Well, you're an expert, of course. Let's talk about the first-timers, folks who've never been to the auction before. Any tips for them? What's a good day to come? What time of day should they come? What should they bring? What should they leave home? Those kinds of things.
We like to tell everyone, Barrett-Jackson, we have something for everybody, you know, all walks of life. You know, and on Monday we're starting right now, cars at 3 p.m., and we really have cars for everyone. You know, not all the cars are 6-figure cars. And we have a lot of 6-figure cars here, but not all the cars are 6-figure cars. Yeah. So we really have something for everybody. Start on Monday, and we go all the way until Sunday.
Well, it is going to be a great week, and again, thanks so much for hosting us. We always appreciate it. And I must say, for my friend Troy Hayden back there at the station, I'm going to ask him if he recognizes this car. Hey, Troy.
Yeah.
I've got my phone out here. Okay. And Nick, I can't believe that I'm seeing a nearly mint Ford Pinto.
Yes.
That's going to go across the block today, right?
It is going to cross the block and hopefully have a record. We set a record with the Pacer, so hopefully we set the record with the Pinto.
Oh, we owned a Pacer.
I hope so, too.
My mom had a Pacer. That was like the most awful
Troy's
car
mother
ever
had a
built.
Pacer. Wow. She was the one. Oh, good for her. Well, Nick Cardinale, thanks so much, and congrats on another great year. We really appreciate it. Come on, I'll see us. The cars start selling today at 3 o'clock, but you can look at them all day long. It's going to be a great week here at Barrett-Jackson, the world's greatest collector car auction. We'll see you again in a few.
Good job, buddy. I saw a big one of those. Hey, Cory, it's out at Barrett-Jackson. I saw one of the, is it Bumblebee? What's the one that's out now? That's the Volkswagen that's out right now? Whatever it is. It was up at the Harkins Theater where I went and saw a movie, and I thought, I wonder who gets that, because it had like laser eyes and the coolest thing. Hey, man.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to work on making them all operational.
Uh-oh.
So let's say you're stuck on the 202 and some goofball up there ahead of you, you know, he's texting or whatever. There's going to be an opportunity, we hope, to simply not vaporize his vehicle, but certainly disable it and move it off to the shoulder.
Just send a message. Just shake him up a little bit.
Just
yeah, sort of a shot across the bow.
Yeah.
so to speak. Well, we're here at the Sponsors Pavilion, and I mean to tell you, there are so many elements at this auction. If you've never been, there is something, and it's a cliche, you know, you hear people say all the time, oh, there's something for everyone. There really is. If you like shopping, you've got it. They've got hundreds and hundreds of vendors with all kinds of automobilia and then things not related to automobiles at all. And as you see, we've got some movie-related vehicles here as well. This is the big, it's the Bumblebee Camaro. You're looking at it right now, and several of them. And it's going to be a great year, of course. It is every year. This is their biggest year yet as far as number of cars. Craig Jackson is with us again this morning. Always good to see you, friend.
Morning.
Well, good morning to you. And we were just kind of panning by all of these Camaros. This is a special year for you this year. Tell me about your relationship with the movie and Chevrolet here.
Well, Chevrolet and General Motors have been a sponsor for a long time, and they've helped us with a lot of our charity initiatives. And we actually sold Optimus Prime in the past and had Michael Bay up on the block, and we're very honored to have all four of the Transformers Bumblebees here at the auction. It's quite a
You're going to have a lot of kids stopping by, mouths hanging open, and I would guess that's got to be a big part of the satisfaction you get from this event, seeing especially young people, really the sparkle in their eye.
Absolutely. You know, when we do the Family Value Day and seeing all the kids out here, and there was a line in front of Bumblebee to get their picture taken in front of him.
Yeah, I love that. Well, tell me, what's sort of the new wave of collectors? What do you see? What do you see cresting here?
Resto mods, people want cars that they can drive, SUVs, as you see the Broncos over here.
Yes, haven't they taken off?
Customizing Broncos, and the rise of the Japanese cars is coming, because if you look 50 years back, you know, right now we're in the heyday of the muscle cars, but soon we're going to be into the rise of the Japanese car, and you see it here with all four generations of the Supra and the new Supra that we just unveiled this morning.
Yeah. So boy, is this gorgeous. This is 2020 we're looking at, right?
2020. We are going to sell this car Saturday night at 6:30. This looks exactly like the car you will get, VIN number 1. It'll have VIN number 2020-01, but this is a prototype, but they made it to look exactly like the one-off car that you will be able to buy at 6:30 on Saturday, with 100% of the proceeds going to charity, 50% the American Heart Association, 50% to Bob Woodruff Foundation for our military, and we are very honored. And you're seeing this generational change in the mix of cars that we offer, because if you look back, rolling 50 years and what people remember keeps changing. And that's what's happening.
Love that. And boy, and we're seeing its predecessor, right behind it. I love this. And boy, this was in your high school parking lot.
Yeah, all four of the generations are around it here. And you'll see out in the lot, you'll see more 240Zs and cars like that are becoming collector cars nowadays.
Well, Craig, thanks as always.
Thank you.
Have a great week. 1,800 cars, I believe, available.
Plus cars at no reserve. Biggest year ever at Barrett-Jackson. Come on out. And you keep telling us it's going to rain tomorrow, but we have 1,100,000 square feet under roof here, climatized. So come on out anyhow.
That's what we like to hear. All right, couldn't have said it better myself. That's it for us for the moment, you guys. We got lots more coming up from the greatest collector car auction in the world. See you in a few.
So Corey's at the Barrett-Jackson Auto Auction. There was a guy like really looking at that Pinto, Cor. He's like, oh my gosh, gotta check that out.
He was salivating.
I know. They're crawling all over the Pinto, and I was talking with Craig Jackson earlier, and this is the way the collector world goes. People want the cars that they could not have when they were in high school, or the cars they saw in the parking lot, or maybe it's a nostalgia factor, the car that their family had when they were young, but anything can drive it. And we're here, speaking of Craig, in front of his private collection, and here he is once again. Craig, thanks again for hosting us this morning, but we're standing at, we only have a couple of minutes here, but we're standing in front of one of the most important of all of the Ford vehicles. This is this beautiful Shelby, and it's got you won't see that very often, the EXP lettering on the side. What does that mean?
It means it was an experimental car. This car was the second experimental car. It's the sister car to it, Little Red, was the experimental car for superchargers. This was done actually back in Detroit, and it tested independent rear suspension, four-wheel disc brakes, and electronic computerized multi-port fuel injection. And when we re-restored it, we found its original color. It is now its candy apple green color. The son of the guy that invented the fuel injection put the fuel injection back on it. It runs. It's the only car in the world running on that. And the son of the gentleman that did the IRS we worked with, and we put the original independent rear suspension under it. So the car is as authentic as it can be now. The guy that restored it before didn't have the advantage of the internet. Now we're tying everybody together using the internet.
A lot of enthusiasm for this kind of history, isn't there?
It is, and you know, this is a piece of history. And taking the car out with Steve Davis the other day, who sold me the car, and smoking the tires in it, because he always told me, don't drive it, don't break it. And I'm like, well, we built it, we can break it, we know how to fix it.
Well, you know what boys love about cars. Greg, I love that. And by the way, your wife is here today. If you don't mind, I'm going to run over here. Carolyn, we're twinning today. Come on over here. I know. Look at our cool jackets, you guys. We didn't even plan this. I mean, usually we have sort of a round-robin email when we decide what we're going to wear. But, yeah, thanks for letting us hang.
I'd have to go with hers as a leather, though, Cor. And she wears it better than you. I mean,
What's
you're
that?
a happening guy.
I should have gone with leather. I'm sorry. Yeah. Thanks again, Craig. Have a great week. See you soon, you guys.
The stripes make them look faster, though, right? And sporty.
Those are sporty stripes.
Corey's out with our guy, Craig Jackson. Hey, bud.
Hey, good morning again, you guys. Yeah, we love having Craig with us all morning long, and we're standing in front of perhaps some of the oldest vehicles you've got for auction this year.
Classics. We sell everything, so we still sell classics. We just don't sell as many. We have changed the mix. We are selling resto mods and great Corvettes and cars of the 50s. These are still very popular. This classic is actually a resto mod, so this actually has a contemporary.
Wow, a nice fast running train under there.
And then into the modern supercars. So here's one of the stars of the show. It's a late entry. This is a McLaren Senna.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Looks like it weighs about 20 pounds.
It's like 2,600 pounds, 789 horsepower, I believe. All carbon fiber. It's actually purple metallic and carbon fiber. This will sell on Saturday. So a little bit of everything out here. 1,850 cars. Going to be a spectacular year.
You got it. See you soon.